Hey yo, peace. I come in the righteous name of Emir X, and today, if for those who don't know, today is Allah's, uh, or also known as the Father Allah, right? Uh, Formerly known as Clarence 13X. No disrespect. I'm just saying what he was formerly known as, but uh, he changed his name to Allah, right? But that's Allah, right? Who's Allah? Allah is the father of the God nation, right? And today's his degree day, which, if you don't know what degree day means, that means born day, right? So the day was his birth, right? It's 22. And I want to do a quick little build on how I see today's degree in its relation to the to to Allah's birthday, or namely his birth, death, and sacrifice. So today's mathematics is wisdom, and wisdom is a manifestation foundation, which is a knowledge, is also or part itself. Wisdom is the wise words spoken by the wise man. Wisdom is a manifestation of foundation, which is the knowledge, right? And when we look at that degree, right, whenever a degree shows up twice, because the day's degree is 22, or today's mathematics is 22, or wisdom, right? And wisdom meaning number two. So if it's 22, it's wisdom, right? But looking at today's mathematics of wisdom being the wise words spoken by the wise man, wisdom is a manifestation of foundation, which is a knowledge. And whenever a degree shows up twice, it teaches you and shows us that we got to pay close attention to that degree. And how I see today's mathematics is it shows us that we got to pay close attention to the knowledge that we manifest. So whenever you try to do something, you have an action, whether you're going to lead something on, whenever you're going to do something, right? It shows you pay close attention to what knowledge you manifesting, whatever you manifestation making, whether it be a physical manifestation, something in your mind, an institution you creating, a program you doing, just something you do in your daily life, right? Pay closer attention to the knowledge. What's the foundation of that, right? Pay close attention to the knowledge that you manifesting, because today's alphabet, the 22nd degree in that is number 22. Victory is an achievement won by any means, right? So if victory is an achievement won by any means, whatever you're doing has to be that, right? So whenever you're doing something, ask yourself that question, right? So it shows you two different things, because there's duality of wisdom, right? And I could get into that, but I'll just keep it, slight. But the duality, this certain duality of wisdom, because it's wisdom, right? We gotta pay close attention to the foundation, because with our culture, right? And also let me say this before I go on, right? Allah gave his life for our culture. He gave his life for his nation, right? So it shows that his birth, death, and sacrifice are while in the name of Allah, all for his culture, right? And it's not, you don't just see it from there. This is what we taught. This is what this been under the sun, moon, and stars before the sun, moon, and stars were even created, right? Birth, death, and sacrifices for your culture, right? But this is just an example for that, right? This ain't right, but it shows to us that we have to, whenever you manifest something, pay close attention to the foundation, because you got to know what's required of you to do so. And then the second thing, or the duality of it, is ask yourself, is this worth doing it, right? Because not everything's worth your birth, death, and sacrifice. Are you willing to do this for any means? But also the duality of it is that are you capable? Or are you willing to do that, right? Because even if it is worth it, are you actually willing to do that, right? Are you willing to put down everything? Because you got to know that. You got to know that for two reasons. One, if it's worth doing it. Because whenever you do something, ask yourself, is your birth, death, right? If I want to go and get some fish from the store, am I willing to die for that fish? Probably not. But there may be something else. Am I willing to die to uphold the laws, rules, and regulations of Islam? Am I willing to die for that? Yeah, right. But I also got to know what's required of me, right? It may not be required of me to die to go get some fish. It may just require some money. Okay, it's worth that. But I still got to know what's required of me to bring that about, because you got to know what do I have to fulfill, right? Because if you're not with it, don't try to come with it. Just like how Malcolm X said when he was in Greenhaven State Prison. He told all of them, he said the warden just gave issued an order to all the guards saying don't let any of the black fathers of Islam, the Muslim fathers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, don't let any of them leave this prison alive, right? So Malcolm X was telling everybody, right, it's okay, brother, right? But he told him, he said, all right, this oil was given. So anyone who doesn't want to die, right, step aside. But anyone who's still willing to stick with this after this, put a to the best of your ability, draw sun, moon, and stars on your pillowcase and put it in front of your bed, so guys will know which ones uh, to target and not which ones are actually with the program, because he doesn't want no one who didn't want to die, wasn't willing to die. He didn't want anyone else to get hurt who didn't know. Because if I didn't know that I was had to give something and I really wasn't down for that, you still leading someone astray. It might be for a righteous cause, right, to die for Islam, but don't just try to lie to them and say, oh, you're gonna be all right, and don't even tell them the danger that's around the corner. So it shows you to know, right, not only know but also teach, because the day's mathematics is wisdom, and which all being born a culture or freedom, and our culture is to do the wisdom, so teach. But at the same time, it's important for us to teach. We also have to do what? Manifest our knowledge in our own lives and in our own minds, so we can qualify ourselves to teach. Because if we lead astray, or if we leave something out, regardless if we intended to or not, we are still responsible for what happens, right? So it's important for us to teach. But before we teach, we got to manifest our knowledge. But going back to my original build, um, know what's required of you, know what's actually, and then ask yourself, is it worth it, right? And if it's worth it, are you willing to bring that about, right? So know these are the few things to know, right? And this is a slight build I wanted to do on Allah's degree day. But peace to the God Nation. Hopefully y'all been doing the best y'all can. Y'all been keeping a level-headed mind, right? I know from experience, when you're doing a whole bunch of different works and trying to do this, it may be, it may test your patience, so just make sure to keep your mind straight, your mind head and clear, do whatever it is that for you, that if you know it to be right and exact. Make sure there's pace yourself. Make sure, hopefully y'all been doing good. Hopefully y'all been feeling well, but also being well, not just telling yourself something, but actually eating good food, thinking good thoughts, right? And take care of your life and take care of your responsibilities, right? Because something may require this, that, and the third. If you're not willing to give this, that, and the third for it, don't step in that position. And also let other people know. Wisdom, right? You know that you're wise to this, right? So make them wise to that. Be like, hey, brother, there's some serious implications if you stick with me. So it's okay. It ain't no judgment. Just like Malcolm X was telling them, right? It's okay. No one's going. If you're not, you know, they chose to die. So I can understand if you wanna step away right now. But for those who want to stick with it, this is what's the deal is, right? So just be honest, be forward, and yes, we gotta go out and teach, but don't be so quick that you don't qualify yourself before you do that, right? And these just some things that I know, just from my understanding that I've learned from the teachings and the publication of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and his works and actions, as well as the works and actions of the of Allah, right? Father Allah, Allah the Father, formerly known as Clarence 13X, whatever you know him under, it's all to talk about the same person, right? And he was successful because he followed the teachings, right? Word for word, right and exact. He was true and living God, right? He left the mosque because he's saying some of the Muslims wasn't doing their job, right? So he wasn't kicking nothing different from the Nation of Islam. It's just some of the brothers wasn't right and exact. So he noticed that. He said, okay, I have to step out and go teach the babies for a while. Then eventually we all come together because we dealing with freedom, justice, and equality. Also, I'm not God above you, you not God above me, right? The all in all, Allah, right? But that's just a little bit of things that I was able to learn. So hopefully y'all been able to pick some up from this video, right? Or even add on, right? So peace.